The NBA, which stands for National Basketball Association, has been around since 1946. This year marks the 70th year of the NBA. It's been around for a while. Over that period, there have been many talented and generational players who have changed the game of basketball. So this right here is the top 10 best duos in NBA of all time. This list isn't just based on championships, it's based on how dominant these duos were or how much they've changed the sport of basketball. And I know a lot of people will argue and disagree with this list, and others will totally agree. So let me know what you guys think. And also here to help me, we have Charlotte.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm Charlotte.
So if you guys want to check out her, she's from Inform Overload. We'll put it right over her head. We'll make it clickable. You guys can click on the logo. It'll go to her channel and you guys can go check her out. But she's gonna help us out with this video.
Yep.
So let's not waste any time. Let's start off this list.
Alright, at number 10 we've got Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars. Isaiah Thomas is the second greatest point guard after Magic Johnson. Joe Dumars complimented him because he killed it at outside shooting and was a tough perimeter defender. They were both part of the famed Bad Boy Pistons that won 2 NBA titles. In 1988, Isaiah Thomas scored an NBA Finals record of 25 points in the third quarter while playing with a severely sprained ankle. Both have been NBA Final MVPs. They made it to the finals 3 straight years in a row, and they were slaying it so hard in the 80s against the Bulls that it was once believed that Michael Jordan would never win a ring because of them.
Moving into number 9, we have Tim Duncan and Tony Parker. They have played together since 2001, which was the same year Tony Parker was drafted in the first round by San Antonio Spurs, so that's about 15 years of being together. They have never missed the playoffs, which is pretty much unheard of. What's even more impressive is every time these guys played in a season, they have won more than 50 times. And that's in the full 82 game season. There was a lockout season not so long ago. They won 48 games, but there was less games to win. The duos even won 4 straight 60+ win seasons. One can argue that Tim Duncan is one of the greatest power forwards in the history of the game, and Tony Parker has been highly underrated at the start of his career, but now he's just amazing, and everyone knows that. Tim Duncan and Tony Parker combined for 9 championships.
At number 8, it's Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West. At the 1969 NBA World Championship Series between the LA Lakers and the Boston Celtics, the LA Lakers were everyone's favorite because of their star players. That included Wilt Chamberlain and Jerry West. Wilt Chamberlain once scored 100 points in a game. The Celtics, however, ended up winning that championship, and it was considered one of the biggest letdowns of NBA history. Jerry West had an average of 38 points per game going in, and he won the MVP award even though he was on the losing team. It was the only time in NBA history that the MVP award was given to a player on the losing team. Jerry West is a 14-time All-Star and was also a scoring champion in 1970. What's even crazier was that 2 years after that he became the assist leader in the NBA, which was unheard of. Wilt Chamberlain has a total of 2 NBA championships and Jerry West has 1.
Alright, number 7 is Larry Bird and Robert Parrish. They both played on the Boston Celtics team. This team was very dominant in the 80s because of these two guys. They played together from 1980 to 1992, a span of 12 years. Over that period, they went on to the NBA Finals 5 times and won 3 championships. Larry Bird was a very effective player from the very beginning of his NBA career. Before Larry Bird was drafted in Boston, they were 29-53, and that was in the 1978-79 season. They didn't make the playoffs that year. Well, in his rookie year, Boston went from that record to 61-21 games. He only lost 21 times, which is a 32 game turnaround, which is one of the biggest turnarounds in NBA history. Robert Parrish, nicknamed the Chief, was also known for his strong defense and jump shooting. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame. He has 4 championships. He won 3 of them with Boston with Larry Bird, and then he went on to win another one with the Chicago Bulls in 1997, and yes, Michael Jordan was on that team that year.
Next at number 6, it's LeBron James and Dwyane Wade. LeBron is one of the most dominant players of our generation, and Dwyane Wade is not too far off. LeBron has scored a total of 26,883 points, and Dwyane has 20,221. The two of them joined forces on the Miami Heat between 2010 and 2014 to create one of the greatest NBA duos of all time. They were actually part of a trio called the Big Three that included Chris Bosh, but Bosh was signed to the Cavaliers in 2003. LeBron and Dwyane came from similar upbringings, so they hit it off right away. They made it to the finals 4 years in a row. Even though they only won 2 out of 4 finals, making it to the finals 4 years in a row is an accomplishment in itself. When LeBron left to join Cleveland, their reign came to an end, but these two are still great friends. They both have 3 NBA championships under their belt. Next up at number 5, we've got Kobe Bryant and Shaquille O'Neal, who played together on the LA Lakers from 1996 to 2004. No NBA team in history had drafted a guard straight from high school before the Lakers got Kobe Bryant. He was only 18 at the time. In the words of Shaq himself, he and Kobe formed the best 1-2 punch the NBA had ever seen. Kobe and Shaq were at the top of their primes when they started playing together on the same team. They won 3 NBA championships in a row together from 2000 to 2002. Sadly, it appeared that their team wasn't big enough for the two of them. They constantly bickered, but for some reason, still found a way to put their differences aside on the court. After a trade, Shaq was sent to the Miami Heat and Bryan was re-signed as a free agent to the Lakers. Experts believe that if they had the chance, they would have gone on to win another 3 NBA championships in a row.
And now at number 4 is Kareem Abdul Jabbar and Oscar Robertson. These two didn't play too long together, but when they did, they won an NBA championship. They played together in Milwaukee during the 1970 and 71 season. They won 66 games and went on a 12-2 run in the playoffs to win the only team's title in history. Kareem Abdul Jabbar has the most points in NBA history with over 38,000 points. No one comes close, which is 2,000 more than the second place. He has been the most dominant scorer in history. Oscar Robertson, well, he's 12th right now on the all-time scoring list. He's the second highest scoring point guard of all time. Oscar is the only player in the NBA to average a triple-double for a whole season. Both these players are in the Hall of Fame, and it is almost unheard of for 2 superstars like this to be on one team. It's just too bad that they couldn't play more seasons together. I think they played about 4 seasons together. Without a doubt, the most talented duel ever in the NBA, and to not win a title for sure goes to John Stockton and Karl Malone. This duo comes into number 3. Combined, the two players have an NBA record 1,142 games together, and they both played for the Utah Jazz. Karl Malone was on the team from about 1985 to 2003, and John Stockton was on the team 1984 to 2003. So there was only 1 year they didn't play together. John Stockton was known as a player who barely missed a game. His first game he ever missed in the NBA was in his 6th season. He only missed 3 games that year, and then he went on another long without missing game streak of 8 more seasons in a row, which is insane. Karl Malone was 6'9" power forward, and he actually finished the NBA season with the 2nd most points of all time. He finished just behind Kareem Abdul Jabbar. Karl had over 36,000 points, and John Stockton was very dominant in the point guard position. He has the most career assists of all time. He finished with over 15,000. The only person to come close to that was Jason Kidd, and he had over 12,000.
Alright, getting close now. At number 2, it's Bill Russell and Sam Jones. Bill Russell had the most NBA championship rings out of any player. He had 11. Sam Jones was in at 2nd place at 10 NBA championship rings. In 1964, the Boston Celtics became the first NBA franchise to feature an all-black starting 5. This included Bill Russell and Sam Jones. Sam Jones scored a total of 15,411 points, and Bill Russell not far behind at 14,552. They won 8 consecutive NBA titles, and it's likely that that feat will never be defeated in any professional sport. Between the two of them, they had 21 NBA championships. Russell once said, "In the years I played with the Celtics, Sam Jones was the most skillful player I had ever played with." According to Russell, if Sam Jones didn't hit the shot, they were going home. Fortunately for them, Sam Jones never missed.
And finally, in at number 1, we have, can you guys guess it? Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen. Michael Jordan has been in many debates of being the best player of all time, but we cannot forget about his counterpartner Scottie Pippen, who has helped him win championships. These two once had the NBA record for the most wins in a season. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen have been to the NBA Finals 6 times, and they've never lost. They're 6-0. Michael Jordan has won the NBA Finals MVP every single time, and he's the only player in NBA history who has never scored less than 20 points in any finals game. Talk about efficiency. Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen are generational players and have majorly influenced the game. This duo was able to pull off 2 three-peats. They won 6 championships in less than 10 years, which is remarkable. Scottie Pippen can be considered as one of the best small forwards of all time, and he was known for his defensive skills as well. He was named the NBA All-Defensive Team 8 consecutive times. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thanks Charlotte for helping us out with this one, and we'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video. Bye.